Hello guys, welcome back to my garden again. Welcome back to another part, building my dream garage. So in the first video, it was basically just me discussing my general idea, what the plans are for, you know, this space behind me. And I did ask you guys to leave, you know, any suggestions that you may have, which I am grateful for. I just want to say I'm grateful for all of you that left suggestions. There were a few comments though which I felt were not really helpful, and I will ask that unless you actually know, you know, sort of what you're talking about or know for certainty, please don't leave comments which are just going to sort of lead me down the wrong path. I had a couple of comments like saying, oh, you're not going to be able to cut those trees down, you know, they're protected trees and all that. And basically, when it comes to cutting down trees, as long as it's on your own land and the tree itself is not a protected tree, you can cut it down, you know, unless you live in a conservation area, which I don't, it's just my back garden, then yeah, you're fine to cut down trees. So I'm not concerned with that. We will hopefully be actually cutting down the trees in this video. I have a couple of chainsaws and things like that, so that's all going to be new to me. But yeah, the plan is today to hopefully try and clear the area a bit more. Like I said, hopefully going to be cutting down a couple of the trees you see behind me, and then I'm going to actually be going into a bit more depth the plans for the entire garden, pretty much. Whether or not you guys are actually interested in seeing that, I don't know. I'm going to show you anyway. I do want to kind of document the entire process, but I have actually drawn up some very basic plans. I'm not an architect, I'm not a structural engineer by any means, but I have sort of marked out where I think things should go. And oh, pretty big point actually, I should probably state, I obviously have two options when it comes to building a garage. Here in the UK you have permitted development, which I believe allows you to build a roof height of 4 meters, but the walls can only be 2.5 meters to the eaves. And yeah, I don't think that's going to be tall enough. And I think the actual square meterage as well can only be like 30 square meters, which again, I think is just going to be too small. So I am going to try going down the planning route. I'm thinking a garage around 7 by 7 meters, so around 49 square meters. I think that is going to be big enough for what I want to do. So yeah, I will show you the area that I have marked off, but yeah, I just want to state I am more than likely going to have to go down the planning route. If of course that doesn't get accepted, then we'll have to change things up and obviously go down the permitted development route. But yeah, let me just show you what I've been working with anyway. Okay then, so let me first and foremost go over the plans that I have very roughly marked out. So you can see this piece of wood here. This I think would be enough room to get a driveway, still leaving like, you know, 2 foot to the fence at the edge of the driveway. So we're not even talking the width of the garage that is still standing there. And you know, so still leave me a massive chunk of garden still left to play with, which will more than likely just remain as grass. But then coming down the driveway, as it comes to there, I'm thinking of having a driveway which makes a turn, whether or not it'd be a hard right angle or just like a curved effect, I don't know yet. But yeah, essentially the plan is to have a driveway which comes round and then sort of positions itself in front of the garage, which of course will be sitting there. I plan on having the garage starting around here, so this will be the garage wall, again leaving, I think it's about 1.20 meters to the side of the garage, so I can have some hedging and still leave room to get round to cut the hedges and things like that. But yeah, these dimensions that I'm working with right here is, yeah, 7 meters, so 7 meters to the back, again leaving I think 1.20 meters, and then 7 meters coming across to here. So this is 7 meters to that point, and again pretty much going to the back fence, but again leaving around 1.20 meters. And then the plan then would be to have a big open area here, which is more than enough space to fit one car. You can maybe even fit 2 cars in this area, but yeah, I'd either have this as a driveway or as like a carport or something like that. So just an area where I can wash my cars essentially. And yeah, I think that'd be a very good addition to the main garage itself. So yeah, I don't know if you can see this very well on camera, but this would leave a very decent space to work on the cars in. Now you may be asking, why 7 by 7 meters? Well, the average car is, I don't know, 4.5 meters long, but my BMW 7 Series, obviously it's a long wheelbase car, I think that's 5.2 meters. So once that is in all of the way and on the ramp, that's only going to leave, I think, 1.8 meters, which is only 90 centimeters either side of the car. And obviously I've got to be able to get all the way around it. So yeah, I'm thinking it has to be at least 7 meters deep to get any kind of, you know, to basically cover any car, to be able to get on a car lift. And I think 7 meters wide is appropriate, because obviously I want to have a lot of storage. I want to have a good working area and yeah, all the rest of it as well. But I guess what comes next then? So as you can see, we currently have a pond. There's no fish in there or anything. We haven't used this. This is exactly how it was when we bought the house. So I think first and foremost, the plan is to get this empty. I don't know where I'm going to put the water. I'm sure we'll find out where pretty soon. But yeah, plan is to get this empty, and then I think backfill it, because I think most of that is actually what has been removed from the pond. So I think backfill it, kind of roughly level it off. I don't want to go too crazy, because this is all going to have to be dug out anyway for foundations, and then get like all of these boulders out of the way. And I think we can then start cutting down these trees and, you know, really clearing an area. Okay, so I thought I would just show you the plans that I have drawn up. Now, I appreciate it probably looks like something a 12-year-old has drawn, but yeah, hopefully you can get the general gist of things. So of course the driveway would come from, you know, the front of the house all the way to here. You then have a driveway the entire width of the garage, plus an extra drive slash carport at the side. Now of course the 7 by 7 garage, again it's not to scale. Big garage door, maybe a door on the side, 2-post lift, enough area around the edge and the back of the entire thing to have, you know, a hedge and you know, space to cut the hedge essentially. But yeah, hopefully you can see that well enough. But yeah, we are just going to get cracking now. Oh, these are heavy. Yeah. I thought they were just going to be like, these are obviously light, aren't they? Yeah. Yeah, she is. And now comes the potential painful process of emptying the pond. Now, I don't have a pump of any kind, so we are stuck with buckets, and I think this may take a while, but yeah, let's get cracking. It's actually not that deep, which is good. Yeah, just be careful of these planks because they're not even screwed down, so they might wobble. Just careful you don't fall in. Up then. I did used to do them. I think I worked up to like 110 or something. We're empty, I guess. Now just a case of removing this extra liner and then getting rid of these concrete blocks. Then we can start filling it back in. That was tough, but to be honest, it's actually a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be just with buckets. So, how long would you say? About an hour? Yeah, about an hour at the most to empty this, so really wasn't too bad. Okay then, so here's how we're now looking. As you can see, pond is completely cleared. All of the concrete blocks are removed. All of the rocks as well, that's all removed, just in a big pile. Still undecided as to what I'm going to do with all that yet. I may just decide to fill the pond in with those blocks, but I think there is a hell of a lot of earth back there to, you know, because obviously the pond is at an incline. It is, you know, it is lifted up a considerable amount compared to the regular lawn, so I think all of that is more than likely going to have to go back in there. But yeah, now I guess we're ready to start cutting some of these trees down. Let's do it. Heavy, ain't it? Okay, so as you can see, one tree down, still a good few more to go, but we've made a good start. First tree fallen was successful. First tree I've ever cut down, actually. Yeah, worked quite well. Got a nice wedge out of it. Got my good friend James to give it a good push as well, just so it fell the correct way. So yeah, I think we're going to use pretty much the same technique with the other trees. This one is a bit thinner, although it does have quite a few more limbs on it, so it's going to probably take a little bit more work. I don't think I'm going to like cut all the limbs off at the top. I think I'm just going to try and cut you know, a couple of these wider ones out, and then we'll just fall the tree then, hopefully somewhere in that direction, so we don't crush the caravan or the fence or anything like that. But yeah, making a good start. Got a big mess of all the twigs and stuff. The plan is to burn that, but take a look at how much wood we have from this one tree alone. Take a look at how many logs we have. We're heading to the garage and I'll show you right now. Okay, so all this wood from just one tree, and this wasn't even like that big of a tree as well. I don't know how well you can see this on camera, but this is a lot. Like, this is gonna definitely come in handy for someone that has a log burner. And I know some of you are gonna ask, do you have a log burner? No, I don't, but my parents do. So yeah, they're gonna be having all this wood. It's definitely gonna come in handy. And yeah, as we have like another 3 or 4 trees to cut down, there's going to be so much wood. This is going to last like a good year, I would imagine. But yeah, more to do, I suppose. Yeah, stand back so I want it to. Very spiky. Gonna fall on the shed, I think. I have to pull that back. Don't know if you can. Oh, nice one. That'll do it. You have to take the. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump. Okay, so as you can see, another tree there, the one that was next to the fence, that is now gone. There was kind of a tree slash bush right in the corner as well. I've just cut that down a little bit, but I've actually got a new toy. So obviously you probably see me using the electric chainsaw, which works, it does the job, but a petrol one with a bigger bar, it's a 20-inch bar, makes things so much easier, and yeah, good investment. But yeah, I think we are just gonna cut what I've fell there. I'm just gonna cut that up into logs, and then we'll probably move on to this very small tree to the side of me, and we have this huge massive one right there as well. But yeah, making good progress. Yeah, if you start to see it like tilting the wrong way, let us know. Okay.
How would I do that?
Well, like you just say stop. I'll keep looking up at you because you'll be able to see because you're further away. What's that?
So ideally you'd want me to pull it towards...
Yeah, more so that way. So the big tree is down. My memory card got full up and actually missed it, but it went pretty successfully. I wanted it to land pretty much right in the middle of these rocks here, you know, somewhere between the caravan and the fence, and yeah, it went pretty much bang on to plan. But as you can see, big old tree. Now I guess it's just going to be a case of cutting all the limbs off and then slowly working our way down the stump and cutting it up for firewood. Alrighty then, so as you can see, really not much left of the beast of a tree that was once there. It's all cut up quite nicely. As you can see, I do have a bit of a mess to clean up, so I think I'll get all this tidied up. Well, the wood anyway, obviously the rocks and the concrete blocks and that, they'll be staying there for the time being. But yeah, let's get everything tidied up and let's wrap this video up. Okay then, so we've had a good tidy up and we're left with 3 piles, no, actually 4 piles. So we're left with, of course, the pile of stones that I removed from around the pond. That will more than likely be crushed for hardcore when it comes to building the foundations. And obviously the pond now, there's like a 2-foot hole, so most of that will probably actually go in there. But in the what once was the pond at the moment is just a pile of twigs, which is suitable for burning. Well, it would be suitable for burning if it wasn't wet, so I need to wait for a good dry day, and you know, hopefully this dries out. I might have to pour some fuel on it, I don't know, but yeah, this is all good for burning. And then we have a bunch of greenery right here. Yeah, big old mound here. This of course is not going to burn, so I'll more than likely have to take this to the tip. I'll just do a couple of trips and yeah, slowly get rid of this, but of course, you know, no rush for that. The main task for this video, for this part of the dream garage build, was to clear us a nice open area. So get rid of the trees. We've got rid of 1, 2, 3, and I guess technically 4. This was just a little, well, it was quite a big stump actually, but yeah, so we've cleared the trees out of the way. This one here behind me, that will have to go at some point. No, you know, it doesn't have to go anytime soon, because it's not going to be impeding us for, you know, moving forward with building the garage. But yeah, of course the pond's out, the trees are down, and you can hopefully see a little bit better this big open space that I now have at the bottom of the garden. Don't worry, this all here is completely going as well. The shed, this fence, that's all going, because I think the garage will more than likely come up to about there, and then the rest will be, like I said, a driveway, possibly a carport. I don't know yet, you know, we're obviously not at that stage, but yeah, hopefully you guys can see a little bit better the idea. So garage there, driveway running all the way up there to the front of the house, and should leave me with a pretty epic dream car garage. Coming into my existing garage, bit of a mess at the moment. Now, I know what you're thinking. I hope you have a log burner. No, we do not have a log burner. Luckily though, my parents do, so they will be making use of all this. I'll probably take it to my parents' house and then give it a good few months, and it will be ready to burn. Yeah, I just cannot believe how much timber is actually here. There is a lot. It might not look a lot on camera, but this has literally filled like almost half of my garage. So I don't think my parents are going to have to be buying any wood to burn next year. Actually, I know they're not going to have to buy any wood next year, because I'm pretty sure this mammoth of a tree is going to provide more than enough wood to keep a log burner going. Now, you may be thinking, why am I getting rid of this if it's not impeding the garage? To be honest, I'm not completely, you know, I haven't completely made up my mind, but the roots for this thing, they are kind of, you know, making their way into the lawn. Is pretty annoying. You know, I'd rather have the entire lawn nice and flat, and you know, not have to worry about it when it comes to mowing. So yeah, it is a bit of annoying, you know, and it is a shame to cut down a tree, but you know, we'll have to wait and see, and you know, whatever will be will be. But yeah, looking good. Okay then, so back in my existing garage now, and it's time to wrap this thing up. For those of you who don't know as well, pretty much in this garage, like in the middle is the only place I can stand up. It's not a very high garage. I'm sure probably at the eaves it's probably 6 foot, but I'm like 6'4", so it's not ideal for someone of my size. It's part of the reason why I want to build myself, you know, a much bigger garage. But yeah, of course, that's coming in the future, I'm sure. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. I'm guessing it's been a pretty long video, because this has taken me best part of a week to do, you know, all this work. I did have some help from my good friend James. So James, if you're watching this, thank you for your hard work, greatly appreciated. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of hard work ahead of us as well. But as always, if you guys have any thoughts, any suggestions, you know, with regards to anything, you know, when it comes to building a garage or, you know, planning permission, that side of things. But again, please only comment if you actually know what you're talking about. I don't want to be led down the wrong rabbit hole, or whatever the saying is. But yeah, I just appreciate you guys anyway. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it. Please give it a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in the next one.